Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to jump into a really interesting topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that is how generative AI is not predictive AI and how that all relates to data engineering, especially with the buzz around Deepseek and some other AI tools going around right now. I really want to touch on this topic and really explore these two AI paradigms and how they differ, especially in data engineering. So let's take a look. So let's talk a little bit about what these two paradigms are. Artificial intelligence isn't just one technology. It's a whole spectrum. And it's different approaches that have been designed to solve very different problems. On one side, we have the generative AI, which powers models like GPT-4, for instance, and O3 is the new model that just came out. And GPT-4, for instance, was trained on data sets comprising of hundreds of billions of tokens. OpenAI in 2023, talked about that and enabling it to generate remarkably human-like content. On the other side, we have predictive AI. And this uses historical data to really forecast trends and classify outcomes. According to a recent Market and Markets report on no-code AI platforms, the market is really evolving rapidly, and companies really look to streamline and democratize AI development, with the overall predictive analytics market showing really strong growth trends as we move into 2025 and beyond. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about what is specifically Gen AI or generative AI. All right, starting with Gen AI, we have, again, models like GPT-03 and GPT-01 and 4. We have DALL-E, which is the OpenAI image generator. And, these tools, they don't just process information. They create entirely new content, whether it's creating text or images or even just synthetic data. These models are really transformative, especially in our field as data engineers. They are generating new content and new data, and that's great for a lot of things. One of the biggest things is training models and training and practicing ourselves. A recent McKinsey article on AI for IT modernization suggests that Gen AI really could help organizations deliver faster, cheaper, and better outcomes by automating some of the content creation and simulating some of the data. Like I talked about, you could use it for testing purposes for things like machine learning models. But simulating those data for various applications. In data engineering, this means that Gen AI isn't just about some of the neat outputs that we see, but it can augment data sets, simulate test data, like I've mentioned a couple times, and even address some privacy concerns by generating some realistic synthetic data, again, for those testing models and for sample data. Next, we're going to talk about specifically I'm going to explain what predictive AI is. All right, now let's talk about what is predictive AI. This approach was centered on using historical data to make forecasts or classification. It's really the big piece of modern decision making. For example, we use predictive models to forecast server loads, detect anomalies, or even predict when equipment is going to fail. So, things like disaster recovery predictions and things like that. So, companies really seek to use these tools and resources to ensure their own operational efficiency, and the overall market trends for AI platforms, including predictive analytics, continue to be robust and continue to grow, as highlighted in the recent market research that I'll link down below. No-code AI platforms are really taking off, and we're going to talk about Mage AI a little bit later on. All right, so you might be asking yourself at this point, what are the key differences between Gen AI and predictive AI? They sound kind of similar. So, what really sets them apart? Let's talk about the objectives of both. Gen AI, again, focuses on the creation and producing of new data or content that reflects some of the learned patterns that it's seen. Where predictive AI really focuses on inference. It's using past data trends and past forecasts to classify future events and to try to predict what's going to happen moving forward. There's also a difference in how you train each of those AIs. Generative models learn from the full distribution of data, enabling them to create new examples, while predictive models really learn from the relationships and trends in data to accurately predict outcomes. How does this relate to data engineering? Well, Gen AI can really make a difference in augmenting data sets or simulating data for testing pipelines. So when you create new pipelines and maybe you just have a couple of files, you could feed those couple of files into your AI tool. It could generate some additional files, some additional data, some variations that you could feed into your pipeline and test how it's going to react to different things that are occurring. And you could load test things that way too, right? So that's one way. In fact, a recent discussion of in the latest Gartner report shows that using synthetic data can really reduce model development time by 40 to 60% in pilot projects. So be sure you check out my recent video on the Gartner report, as well as I have a link to the report down below. Now, predictive AI is really indispensable for tasks like anomaly detection, capacity planning, and forecasting maintenance needs, right? You see a lot of predictive AI around machine learning trying to predict when, maintenance schedules for vehicles, for aircrafts, think of American Airlines and all the planes that they have, and, how much better their schedules would be if they could better predict maintenance issues that are going to come up and address them beforehand and appropriately schedule. So those are the types of real life situations that you could use. Even predictive AI in vehicles that can tell you up front, hey, based on the wear and tear of your vehicle, this is about to happen. Go ahead and address it now. All right. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about Deepseek, AI, and some of what the landscape is going to look like for data engineering and AI going forward. So I want to take a break here real quick and get your feedback. Tell me a little bit about what you think that AI is going to be mean for you in your careers as you move forward. What tools are you seeing? How are you seeing it used? I love to hear how other industries and how other companies are using AI to enhance their ability and to maybe streamline processes. All right, Deepseek has really been big in the news lately, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And then I have AI that I've recently discovered, and I'm super excited about it. Wanted to talk a little bit about that as well. So let's take a look at those two things. Deepseek, again, is one of the innovative tools that has really been big in the news lately and has emerged greatly in the AI landscape, really blending both Gen AI and predictive approaches to transform data engineering workflows. Equally exciting, again, is that AI. I'll flash up a picture here in a minute about it, but it's a platform that simplifies the process of integrating advanced AI models into your engineering stack. So whether you're looking at generating synthetic data to augment your data sets, or you're building some predictive models to optimize your operations, AI is designed to make the process faster and more efficient, enabling you as data engineers, or if you're a business, your data engineers or your data people, to more quickly deploy models, integrate other data sources, and free up that time so that they could worry about the more complicated and advanced scenarios. A recent McKinney article on AI for IT modernization really indicated that organizations are looking to deploy AI solutions that streamline operations and improve efficiency. Especially with a significant focus on adopting Gen AI for various functions, like tools like Deepseek and Mage AI are really leading the pack in integrating that synthetic data generation with some predictive analytics to create faster, more reliable, and efficient pipelines. All of these things, all of AI, Deepseek, all of your Mage AI stuff, it starts with data quality and data governance. So keeping in mind, it is important that you have clean, reliable data in place before you start trying to deploy some of these things. So if you want to learn more about governance and data cleaning, be sure to check out some of my previous videos. Go out to my website, Gambill Data Engineering. There's some blogs out there about it, and reach out to me if you have any questions. Next, we're going to talk about some real-world examples and use cases around these AI tools that we've been talking about. All right, let's talk about some real-world scenarios. The first one I'm going to talk about is around synthetic data generation. There's a lot of sectors out there where data privacy is really important, and Gen AI can do a good job of creating synthetic data sets that are similar enough to the real data sets that they could do testing with, because you don't want to test on some of the real world applications, real world data, because of privacy and security concerns. So that way you could use these synthetic data sets that will retain the statistical information and be similar enough to the real data without exposing your sensitive information. So this approach can reduce your training time by 40 to 60%, as highlighted by the latest Gartner analysis. We also have predictive maintenance, right? I've talked a lot about how AI can predict various maintenance needs of various mechanical things. Think of nuclear plants. Think of, again, I keep on coming back to airplanes and aviation and vehicles, right? So, AI does a great job of trying to predict those different breakdowns, maintenance needs based on past performance of similar and same vehicles, right? So in manufacturing or IT operations, predictive AI models right now do a good job of analyzing some of the historical performance so that they could forecast equipment failures or system outages, and you could put stopgaps in place to prevent them. So this really helps companies minimize their downtime and reduce their cost. Finally, let's talk a little bit about a real-world scenario around data augmentation. When data sets are imbalanced or limited or skewed, Gen AI really can fill the gaps by creating some additional samples and really enabling some more robust predictive models. We're going to conclude with talking about Mage AI and what the landscape looks like going forward. All right, to wrap up, Gen AI and predictive AI serve very different purposes, right, as we've talked about in this video. But both are really invaluable in today's data engineering landscape. Gen AI excels at creating new data, augmenting existing data sets, while predictive AI is the key to forecasting maintenance trends and other various sales trends, marketing trends across your business, and helping to guide some of that decision making that you're doing as a business, right? As recent insights from McKinney and Markets and Gartner really demonstrate that these technologies are reshaping a lot of the industries out there and driving significant economic impact. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to see AI used for going forward in your business or in your roles. So here's an exciting note. If you're a business looking to incorporate advanced AI into your engineering stack, I'd like for you to consider Mage AI. It's a powerful platform really designed to help you integrate generative and predictive capabilities seamlessly by accelerating your digital transformation and boosting your operational efficiency. If you'd like to learn more about Mage AI, hit me up. Go out to my website, gambilldataengineering.com. I have a contact me page. I also have a offer a initial consultation for free. So be sure to reach out. I'd be happy to talk to you more about that. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification icon so that you could stay up to date on your data engineering information and needs.